Hey guys, today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me video, just like my last one. So I am going to be telling you guys a couple stories in this video. I know a lot of you guys like the last two stories that I told, so I will link that video below if you didn't see that one. This makeup look kind of unintentionally turned into a very fall looking makeup tutorial, but I really do like it, and I'm using a bunch of new products that I've never shown before, including my new favorite foundation, this Your Skin But Better CC cream. It's full coverage, it's amazing. This new concealer, I'm going to show you it in action. It is so amazing. Actual tutorial is like a smoky green look, and then I put a little bit of like a foily glitter on top. These Stila eyeshadows are everything. I've been obsessed with this. I've been wearing it every single day, literally. On top of whatever eyeshadow I put on, I put this on top of it. It is so amazing. So a lot of new products to share with you guys. Everything that I mentioned I will put down below for you guys in the order that I apply it to my face. So I hope that you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want more chit chat. Get ready with these and I will totally do more for you. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get into the tutorial. I'm going to be using my new favorite product for my skin, my foundation, which is this CC cream, Your Skin But Better CC cream, all natural SPF 50. The reason that I love this so much is because, well, it has the natural SPF, but two, it has full coverage and it's so light on your skin. Most CC creams, BB creams, those kind of products are never full coverage, and this one is. And I am going to be telling you guys couple stories today. I got such a positive response in my last chit chat video when I told you guys some kind of like really freaky weird stories that happened to me, and then you guys told me your stories in the comments, and I had so much fun reading those. So I was thinking, like, what can I sit down and talk to you guys about today? Like, I have so many good stories that have happened to me in my life, like random things. So I thought while I do my makeup, I can talk about I have two specific stories that happened with two different like guys, but not guys that I was dating or anything like that, just like really random stories that happened to me. So I thought I would just talk about that today. And this is like a while ago. This is nothing recent. It happened before I ever started even making YouTube videos. I'm just gonna buff in this foundation real quick. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is full coverage for a BB cream with the natural SPF 50. So good. It feels almost like cooling on the face. It just feels so light. And it looks light too. It doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation. I could not recommend this product enough to you guys. I very rarely like rave about foundation type products just because I'm so picky. I've been using the Tarte one for years, then I switched to the Makeup Forever HD. I used the Kat Von D one for a little bit, but for the most part I've really only used the Tarte one like for the longest, and then I switched to the Makeup Forever, which I still love and use. But this is amazing if you want that high SPF coverage on your skin, but like you feel like you just put a lotion on and you have full coverage on your face. Like, I'm obsessed, and this color is really good for me. I feel like it matches my skin perfectly. It's concealer, and this is my new favorite concealer. I've been using the Tarte one for so long, and I wanted something different, something that wasn't as shiny, something that was full coverage but wasn't cakey. And you guys, actually a ton of you guys told me to try this one. I asked you on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you definitely should. And Snapchat, by the way. I do have Snapchat. It's just MissJenFab. That's all it is. You can add me on there. But this is the Naked Skin Urban Decay Concealer. This concealer is a life changer. Like, okay, so it comes with a little doe foot. It's super high coverage. I've never felt a concealer with this consistency before though. It goes on like you're putting a serum on your face. Like, it's very slick. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. You just have to feel it, I think. But it almost feels like, not oily, but you know, like very like a serum, I guess. And most concealers that have that kind of consistency, to me, always when you blend them out, you get like hardly any coverage at all. Can you see this? It is so full coverage, but so thin. If you are looking for a good high coverage concealer that doesn't feel heavy or look heavy, this one is amazing. I also love the finish on this. My Tarte one was so shiny. I would have to set it quite a lot, like with my powder, to get the shine to go away. This one, I don't even set it at all. And it's just like a nice matte finish, which is so important to me. If you have breakouts or texture to your skin, old breakouts, this is gonna be the best concealer, I think, for you, because I hate especially when I have like breakouts, like ones that are like raised off the skin. I hate putting a concealer on them because it almost makes them stand out even more. Like it looks very cakey. This is gonna be the best concealer for breakouts and acne, I think, because it is so thin. It's not going to cake up like I feel like so many other concealers that I have tried do. I think I'm just going to finish one eye completely off camera and then talk to you guys and tell you my little stories when I do my other eye. I zoomed a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start with this like terracotta orange color for my crease. And I'm gonna try to find a good balance between talking about the products that I'm using and then also telling you guys my stories. I find that it's kind of hard to, sometimes I get off track on my stories and then I totally forget to mention what I'm using on my face. So if that happens, then just check the description box below, but I'm just gonna put this color in my crease to warm it up. And the main shadow I'm gonna be using is this gorgeous olivey shadow. It has like a golden undertone to it. And these are both the Makeup Forever shadows that I love so much. It sucks that these are only like online only. You can't go into Sephora and look at them. Add 3 into your cart and one of their little palettes because they come just like this with no packaging. If you add a little palette to your cart that these come with, then they knock off $20 from the price of the 3 shadows. So they're not as expensive as what they actually seem. And they're amazing. They're bigger than MAC, but better quality. They're just so nice, especially the matte shades. They're just amazing. But this one does have like a golden shimmer to it. So I'm just gonna put this olive color all over my entire lid, staying away from the crease. I want that orange to show through. I'm just gonna take the same green color on my lower lash line as well, along the entire lower lash line. I'm just gonna drag my little pencil brush on the entire eye. I'm just gonna go into my gold palette. I'm gonna take this really dark chocolatey brown color and just take a little bit of it just to deepen out my outer corner, just to give definition right here. So I'm keeping it still below that first orange color, but I just want to deepen out my outer crease. And I'm just going to go back in with my orangey terracotta color and blend all that out, just so I'm bringing more warmth into the eye. And I'm just going to blend out the dark shadow with this. Both of these stories happened at the same job that I was working at, which was like a retail store, kind of like a Best Buy, but not. It was like a local store. It wasn't like a chain store. And basically we sold computers that you could buy. You could build your own computers. It's a very like techie kind of store. A lot of the customers were guys, and both stories that I'm going to tell you happened at this job. I'm just gonna go in now with a highlight. It's just a nice soft kind of champagne color. Okay, first story, I was working, I worked like the customer service desk, like cashier, checking customers out, helping them, you know, that kind of thing. And there was this guy who would come in all the time and he was so cute. Me and all the other girls who worked there we would always talk about him because he would come in like once a week or more, I don't remember, but he would come in a lot. And I remember one time he was leaving and he turned around and saw all of us staring at him and he started laughing, so he knew like we were talking about him, that we thought he was cute, whatever. So the next time he comes in, I'm just putting it in my inner corner too. The next time he came in, he like asked me for my phone number or something, so we ended up going on a date. This is where it gets really weird, and I would never do this. Like, what is that? Flash flood warning. Good to know. Anyway, I would never like go to a guy's house now, but like, I don't know why I did that. So we went on a date. I think we just like went and got dinner, and then we went to his apartment to watch a movie. And that's where things got really weird, like super weird. And if you are going on a date with someone, especially someone you don't know, like through school or work, do not go to his apartment, especially like when you don't know him. That's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. As you can see in this eye, well, I don't know if you can see, but I am going to add some of this amazing like gold foiled shadow on top of it, but I want to do my eyeliner first. I'm going to use the Tarte, this is called the Tarteist, I'm not sure. It's the clay paint liner. It's really cool because the actual tip of this eyeliner has like a bowl, and you almost like use that as your little palette, and then you take the little brush that it comes with and you just kind of dab it in there. It's really interesting, and this liner is really pigmented and it works really, really well. I'm just gonna do like a small wing today. I'm like getting off track with my story and talking about these products, so I apologize.
Okay, so just my waterline, and then I'm gonna go in with my mascara. The Lancome Grandiose is my favorite mascara. Anyway, so we went to his house afterwards. Sorry about that little break. And we started to watch the movie. Everything was fine. And then he went into his bedroom, and I thought it was weird. He was gone for like 10 minutes. I was like texting. I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, save me. He's gonna kill me. He comes out. This is where it gets so weird. And I want to know if any of you guys have a really weird experience with a guy like this. I feel like guys do the strangest things to impress a girl. After like a good 10 minutes, he finally comes out, dripping wet, like dripping wet from head to toe, almost totally naked with a towel wrapped around his waist. I didn't know what to say. Like, I mean, he was literally dripping. Like, so he had gotten in the shower in his room, decided to come out, not dry off or anything. And we were like in the middle of a date, like supposed to watch a movie, right? You know, he told me if I wanted to, I could take pictures of him so that I could show my friends. Honestly, I don't even remember what my reaction was. I had a mortified look on my face, like, who does that? Like, if you want to take pictures of me to show your friends, like while he's dripping wet. And I remember he had like his arm above his head, like he thought he was like straight up model. So awkward. I remember I asked him to take me home, which was the worst decision that I didn't drive myself, because that was like the most awkward ride home in my entire life. And he actually never came back into the store again. He probably was so embarrassed, but like, he should have been embarrassed. Like, who does that? Who says that? So freaking awkward. Like, I guess he was just like very confident or very cocky. I'm not sure, but that is the ugliest trait in a guy. Like, ugh, I just hate that when guys are like, they think they're like the shit. No. He never came back into the store again. I remember telling everyone like that he did that. We all thought he was like super weird. That was like such an awkward guy story. If you guys have any, I would love to know. I'm sure you guys do. I'm sure we all have something a little bit awkward, because guys are weird creatures, right? I'm now gonna add what I think is the most amazing product ever. I just ordered 2 more of these, the black and gold color, and I think it's like, I don't remember the exact name, I'll put it down below, but it's like a mauve-y kind of color. It just looked so pretty. But this is the, what are these actually called? The Magnificent Metals eyeshadows from Stila. They come with like a liquid primer. I did not like using that at all. I find it works best with your finger. Do not use a brush with these. Also, do not use these on their own. I think they're definitely made to layer over shadows that you already have on your eyes, in my opinion. And keep them close to your lash line. Or else they will migrate upwards. So I just kind of had a trial and error with these, and I'm literally obsessed. It's like you're putting like a liquid metal on your eye. And I actually put my mascara on first. I do not do that. I normally like to do eyeliner, then this, then mascara, then fake lashes if you're gonna do fake lashes. So this is probably gonna get on my lashes, but what you wanna do is just pat it close to the lash line as possible. And if it covers your eyeliner, that's fine. It's basically going to give you like this wet metallic look, and definitely stay away from the outer part of your eye. You don't want to have like the glitter in your like outer crease. Definitely keep it more towards the inner part of the eye. Kind of expensive, but you really just need to lightly pat it on. You can get like a super foily, like you have like tin foil on your lids look with this if you want to. But I like it better just as like a touch over other shadows. It just popped on a kind of like wispy fake lash, so that is pretty much the eyes. I'm just gonna do my brows. I already did this brow, as you can see, and I know so many of you guys hate my eyebrows. Trust me, I kind of hate them too, to be honest. But I'm still struggling with, you know, the front area that doesn't grow. So on to the second story. I was working in the cash register. This guy came through my line. Probably not even an hour later, he was back in my line. I thought it was really weird. He has a huge Aldo's bag. If you don't know what Aldo's is, it's like basically a shoe store, but they sell like jewelry and purses and random stuff too, but mainly shoes. So he puts it up onto like the area where you normally put whatever you're buying. And he tells me, this is for you. I just want to show you that I got my together. And I didn't even know what to say. And then he like gave me his number, and that was like it. I didn't like open it up in front of him or anything because there was more customers, and it was just really weird. A guy who I had no idea who he was. I literally just saw him for the first time like an hour ago. So I get like my break, I take the bag in the like break room and open it up. It was a pair of like knee-high leather boots with chains like dangling off of them, like total hooker boots. And I was like, I really didn't know what to think. I thought it was weird, one, that he bought me a pair of shoes, which obviously they weren't even the right size. Like, who buys someone a pair of shoes when you have no idea what size they are? That's just really weird. But also the fact that he like bought me this pair of shoes, like total hooker boots too. Like, what was he trying to, he wanted me to look like a hooker. Yeah, it was just really, really weird. He came back through the line. Oh, by the way, I took them to Aldo's because they weren't the right size. I told the entire story to the girl and she was like, that's so crazy. I ended up getting like a store credit. They were like over $200. I had that store credit for a long time because I could never spend it all like at one time. And it was just a really random story, right? Like who does that? And he came through my line, I think one more time. And gave me his number again, and I never called him, and then I never saw him again. But that was just so, like, who does that? Like, I mean, in a way, it's like, I don't want to say it's weird. I guess it's kind of sweet in a sense, but to get me, like, shoes, like, I would never think to get someone who I don't even know, like, a pair of shoes. Just seems weird to me. I hope I was in frame that whole time I just did this brow. I actually really like my brows today, so if you still hate them, sorry. So have you guys ever had a guy do something really weird? I shouldn't say weird, like something that like turned you off, that made you like not like them, or they were trying too hard, or they were cocky, or if you have any like guy stories like that, I would love to know in the comments, because I think that'd be funny to read them. But I don't know, it's just little things like that that creep me out, that weird me out, and kind of like turn me off, like when anyone in general tries too hard. Right now I'm just gonna put some bronzer all over my face, just a light dusting of it, some matte bronzer, just to give me a little bit more color. I'm gonna take that same bronzer and just lightly contour, very, very lightly. I don't like too much. If you want a harsh contour, go for it. I don't know, my face doesn't look good on me. Anyway, those were my two stories. I feel like they weren't as good as the last chit chat video, but they're still really weird, right? Like, those were like good enough to tell you guys, like, just random. This is my favorite blush. This is the one I use, I think, in my last couple tutorials, but it's that perfect color. It's like the perfect mix between a bronze and a blush, because it's like pinky, but not too pink. So it looks really natural. I think sometimes when I use blush that is too pink, it really, really stands out on me. Or if I'm using a bronzer, it almost looks too dark. So this is like that perfect in between. Hopefully it comes off across on camera. Let me know what you think of this lighting. I like a lot of blush, by the way. So some of you might be not a huge fan of a lot of blush, but I don't know. I just feel like it gives me more color and stuff. And this blush is everything. It stays on all day. Absorbs oil too, because it's like the Amazonian clay. And it's good for dry skin too. I know it absorbs oil if you have like oily skin, the same with the foundation. And then if you have dry skin, it's like moisturizing supposedly. To take my same lip liner that I used in my last tutorial, this is the 3C, the Aqua Lip. So it's waterproof, amazing for lining your lips. I just kind of follow the ridge and bring it down. And I'm gonna go in with this lip tint. It's the matte one. I just got this actually. The color is called Bear. It might be too dark. I haven't ever paired it with this eye yet, but we're gonna try right now and see if we like it. I think it's gonna be too dark. Let's see. It's spicy. I really don't think I've worn a color like this before, so maybe I'll just keep it. It's really nice. I think this is one of their, it might be a new color, I'm not sure. I'll try to find the link for this below, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna do a highlight or anything just because I have like that glitter on my lid, but I really, really like this makeup look. I think it's super pretty, and if you just put like more of a nude lip on, I think you could totally wear this eye makeup during the day. I'm gonna zoom out now. I hope that you like this makeup look. Please let me know if you think I should do more get ready with me's, and I will definitely do more for you guys. So thank you for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you very, very soon.